Thank you. Thank you so much, Dhanshri, and welcome everyone on this fine morning on Saturday, 9 a.m. roughly, Pacific time, 12 noon Eastern time. So, welcome everyone, and I want to thank everybody here. I have Piyush Soni here from my team, who's an AI engineer and who has helped me build it, and we have also troubleshot it. And I have, once everybody joins, maybe towards the end, I have some exciting news also to share, at least what you can look forward to. And there are some really good, exciting things happening there. And Priyank Saxena and Dhanshri, right, both of them have obviously arranged everything, kept me on toes, and they came up with this idea of office hours so that, we we leave everybody satisfied in the end, whatever we started, if there are any lingering doubts. And the reason is because this is a volunteer community and we want to spread as part of IITians, we definitely want to give back whatever we understand, we know, and we think, the community can benefit from. And given the IIT turmoil, etc., I know I happen to be in a position, where I'm leading those changes for several organizations. And of course, Piyush is also in my team. He's equally adept at it. So, with that insight comes a view which potentially, if shared, can help others also. That has been our intent, and we'll continue that effort. So, SoCal IIT community is very strong, and we are, thanks to you all, your feedback, etc. We are hoping to grow it into a very powerful and meaningful, contributor in at least professional journeys of everybody. So that has been our intent, and with that intent, I would like to start with whatever we built last time, just a recap. There are a couple of files in the chat. If you can download that, we can get started. And I'm here. This is a smaller group, so we can take queries one by one. I know people start at different levels, so there is absolutely no assumption that other than simple browser work, you don't know any technology. So that is the assumption. But given that, if you happen to know, there are a lot of things that you can do by yourself also. So I'll pause there. Any other comment, Dhanshri and Priyank and Piyush?
Oh, Kaushal, thank you so much. And all great comment. I resonate the same. This is a community to work with each other and grow. Thanks to you for taking a lead in that effort to share what you know and help us to grow. So thank you for coming and
Thank you.
wish you to you as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you all. Thank you all. So, um, obviously, happy to be here. Files are being reshared for those who have joined late. Apparently, the problem with Zoom chat is that it doesn't allow you the history to be shared and so on. So that's a problem. Okay. So please download them, and I'll give while I bring up my screen. I'll
So
give.
Kaushal, I will take care of that part. I
Sure.
will
Yeah.
post the files
Right.
again. You don't
Okay.
have to worry.
Okay. Right. So let me get started in that case. Okay. And there we are. So while I bring up, can anyone share, if they tried and they have still lingering doubt, that can set at least the tone of how things happened after the call ended and if people tried on their own, etc. Anyone?
I wanted to, but couldn't get to it.
Mm. Okay,
Usual
so this is
problem.
the fresh session for you. Is that how it is?
Oh no, actually, it's not a class session. I was there last time too, but
I see.
I couldn't try it on my own later.
Oh, there's Roop, right? Okay.
Yes, hi Kaushal.
I yes. Yeah, of course. I mean, trying it is great fun, by the way. So, yeah, of course, do try on your own. Yeah. Somehow these screens keep disappearing on me. Yes, okay.
So I can jump in. So Kaushal, I think in the last meeting, things worked for me except the ngrok part. I unfortunately haven't had a chance to try it afterwards. I'll probably try it now.
Yeah.
But I do
Okay.
want to take a quick second to thank you and the team for doing this. Obviously, it's a huge time commitment on your side. And this is obviously state of the art, and everybody wants to learn this. And you guys are doing such a great service. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate. And your encouragement obviously will keep us going. So I'm going to share my screen and let's get started. I'll walk you through the changes that I have made. And of course, there are a lot more good changes coming up. So in the end, it is going to be really very exciting. Even I am excited to see what we come up with. Okay. All right. So with that, here is the share of the screen. Okay.
Kaushal, this is Tapas.
What is that? Yeah. Hi, Tapas. Yes, please go ahead.
I have a question. Is that Tapas Kumar Day at yahoo.com? Is that gone to that address too? Because I don't see that URL.
You are in chat. So you should just see the chat. Okay. You should not see anything else.
Okay.
Okay. Dhanshri, can you enable the share button? I don't see the share
Oh,
button.
yeah. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
let's
okay.
make him a co-host.
I
Yeah.
have already made him a co-host. He already is a co-host.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
see.
But I don't see the share button here. And I know that's a setting.
Okay.
Okay. So while we talk, so what you all can do is, okay, I'll walk you through the upload process as well so that we are all on the same page. We're not, you know. So we'll go through both the versions. One is the ngrok version and another is without ngrok also. Okay.
Can you try it now?
Yeah, and just
Mm-hmm.
I still don't see. I see React, present, chat, audio, video, and so on. Do I need to? Yeah, now it says you are the host now.
Yeah.
Okay. More Viber. Yeah, I can see share now. Yes. Allow and then desktop one and share. So can you all see the screen?
I can see it.
Okay.
Yes, I can.
All right. Okay, let's start the fun part. Okay. So if you are logging into Google Colab, just log with me. And if you have two monitors, you can have two screens, or you can split the monitor and minimize zoom and so on, right? So whichever way you want. I just want you to be with me in this journey. So here is, as part of the preparation, I expect you should have done is Gemini API key. So that is the name. If you have created that, I updated the and Google API key. Both of them, if you have ngrok, if you have, fine. If you don't have, we'll work through that also. Okay. So if you have these two, and if you are in Google, Google Colab, you should be good. Okay. So this is where I want you to be. Okay. And then let me make it full screen. Okay. On the left side, if you see, I hope you all can see my cursor, right? Dhanshri, you can see my cursor, right?
Yes, I can.
Oh, okay. So with that, if you see, you have you have all these buttons here. Okay, so I want you to click on the second last button, which looks like a folder, which says files. Last one says Data Explorer. We are not going there. We are going just above that, files, and above that you have secrets. We'll come to that later. But I am clicking on files. Okay. So one good way of letting us know that you are good is the thumbs up reaction. Okay. So with that, at least Dhanshri will keep a tab on if everybody is okay on
So,
board.
uh, Kaushal, so once we click on the key button, then we get to see the Gemini key, correct?
Yeah, that I'll come to that later.
Okay.
Let's first upload the files. Okay.
Upload the files. Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Feel free to interrupt anytime,
Yeah.
everyone.
There's
Please.
a smaller crowd.
It's,
We can afford it.
it's not a presentation.
Yeah.
So please do.
So if you have the second file saved, okay. So name of this second file, the zip file is financeassistant.zip. Okay. So that is what I'm going to select on my, once let me again. Okay, if you see here in file section, you see on the top, you see this upload button, right? So I'm going to upload things in this folder, files folder. This is virtual file folder for the way you have real folder on your machine, you have file folder for Google Colab. Okay. Once I click, it'll open the Explorer. I'm on Mac. If you're on Windows also, you'll see the similar thing. Okay. So I have stored my file, or rather my file was already here. So I'm going to select this Finance Assistant zip file, which I have shared in the chat. Okay. And open it. Okay. So it is right now uploading it. And if I have uploaded, it will show up here. Okay. Finance.assistant.zip is what will begin our, the program with, because that is hard coded into the program. Okay. I will come to this part later. Okay. So yeah. Now you can say open notebook or upload notebook. Okay. The first file which I shared is IPYNB file, which is Jupyter notebook file. Okay. You can upload that file through several mechanisms. You can upload, drag a file here. Okay. Now, so what I want you to do is, I will again show it. If you go to Google Colab in file section, you go in file section, and fifth option, which is upload notebook, is what you're going to click. There are several ways of opening, creating, etc., opening, and uploading. So we are going to use upload if you don't already have. If you already have it open from not previous session, from this session actually, should be using the file that was uploaded today. So you click here, open notebook, you will have several options. You click on the last option, upload. Once you are in upload, you may have to click this tiny arrow here. Okay. And then you have to click browse. Okay. Browse. Once you click browse, it'll again open the Explorer. You can go to, so this is the IPYNB file that has been shared with you. Okay. So May 16th. Yeah. May 16th. So in case, yeah. Yeah. This was the file actually. May 16th. Yeah. So this is the, yeah. So the name of the file that you upload should be this Finance Assistant May 16th, 2026 IPYNB, which is Jupyter Notebook file. So once you upload it, open, yeah, it'll open the file. Okay. So I'm not doing because it's already open for me. Okay. So once you have it, this is how your screen should look like. On left side, you should have finance assistant.zip. On the right side, you should have Agentic AI building RAG multi AI system. And here you should have this particular heading. Office hours, May 16th, which is today, follow up to April 5, 2026. Okay. And my name here. All right. So if we are there, let's begin. Okay. So can you all show thumbs up if everybody is good to go? So this is office hours, so I'm taking my time here just to be with you. Now, the way you execute these cells there are two ways. Run, I don't think here is, okay. So we are all going to use shift and enter, okay? For each cell, you're going to enter shift or, shift and enter. Let's say shift and enter. And then you come to the next cell here. Now you will see this tiny play button here, okay, on the left side. This is going to unzip the file that you have just uploaded, okay. So I will click it, and there is something called zip path notebook directory, which is this directory that on the left side that you have. This is the base directory. And within that, it will look for financeassistant.zip, of course, which is uploaded here. So it is going to unzip. That is all it is doing. Okay. I did that. This immediately happens, but it doesn't show here. It takes, a minute or so populating it here. Okay. And this is the dialog that it shows. Okay, so while it does that, let's look at what we have here. What are we trying to do? So what we're trying to do is we are looking at Finance Assistant, which is developed in following ways. Private documents, portfolio. So we have, once it uploads here, I will show you. Yeah. So if it is not showing, just click this refresh button and it will show. Okay. So let me walk you through this also. On the left side, what has been, so if you see finance.assistant.zip is already here, but it has now been expanded into 3 folders and a bunch of other files. We'll not go through all of them, but we'll go through the first one, which is finance agent. Okay, so finance agent is the agent file, agents.py, config, rag, etc. These are all agent related file. But next section is your financial documents. So which are divided into 4 categories. So they are, of course, they are general examples from the web. They are not in particular. You're not seeing my example, my net worth, etc. It's all from the web. So general contains family office policy memo, household balance sheet, household cash flow schedule, liquidity and obligations memo, net worth statement, etc. Right? So all this is there. In future versions, I think after second also, even this also potentially, if you were to upload, you will get all the queries that you are going to see today, but I would not recommend it. This is not yet secure enough. In the next version, we are planning to have a feature where you can redact all your personal information for any document that you upload. Okay. So only after that, I would recommend that you use this. But yes, this is a tool in your hand, like so many other tools that you may have on your desktop. You can, obviously, there's a potential for misuse. If you were to upload, that responsibility lies with you, but potentially it will work. Okay. So, but I'm not recommending that you upload personal information. I have not done so far. So this is the insurance, for example, whatever insurance you have, house insurance, auto insurance, etc., auto insurance, and then umbrella policy, all those things can be made here. Okay. And the
I have a
reason we have
quick
uploaded it
question.
and we have created this document. Yeah.
I
Go
have a
ahead.
quick question, Kaushal. So, in your left hand, do you see what you see? I don't see all of that. What should I click on to get that? Yeah, insurance, financial docs, everything that you're seeing.
Huh.
I don't see them.
Okay.
Although I see the diagrams on the right pane in the
Okay.
main pane.
Okay. So you click here, this refresh button here. You under files, you see.
Okay.
Yeah. Just say
Under
refresh.
files. Okay.
You see upload where you uploaded, and then you
Yeah.
refresh.
I did a refresh and I see bin, boot, content, data lab,
Uh,
tab, etc. So
okay.
uh,
This first cell, did it run? Did it show this kind of a tick mark, and then this number one?
let me see. I don't see the numbers next to it. No, I don't see the numbers. So I should be running this.
Yeah, yeah, you have to run this. So this
And
is where you just click on this one, run. Okay.
oh, I see. Okay, I'll do that. Thank you.
Yeah. So do this and then you refresh and it'll show you. Okay. Okay.
Paul
So
has a question.
yeah.
Hey Kaushal, so I ran this and then this was showing up and I clicked on the top folder with the dot dot dot.
No,
And
don't click on this one.
I did click on it, so by mistake. Now I'm back to square one where basically I see the zip folder at the bottom,
Yeah.
but everything is lost. I had
Okay. Okay. Wait. Why is it? Yeah. So I think it has taken that directory as the.
Is
Yeah.
there a back button there on the third
You
one?
can click on content.
Click on.
Content.
Yeah.
The third folder.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, that one.
The third folder. Bin, boot, and then content.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. Okay. Yeah. Here it is. Yeah. But this will become the mail folder, right? Right now. So.
Mm.
I think the region is not correct on mine is because I'm still using April 5th, which my notebook, which may have some issues. So it's not using the May 16th one. That may be the region.
May 16th. Why?
Oh yeah,
No,
so
you
if
have to upload, right? Go to
y-
file and then upload notebook.
okay, yeah, I had done that, but I'll do it again. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you click on the three dots right next to content and click open, it will, yeah,
Yeah.
it will
Okay.
make it,
Yeah. That's
to
right.
bring it back.
Yeah. So this is your current folder. Okay. So everybody is here.
so I'm still sorry. So I see the README and all of the JSON, but I don't see the folders here with the data.
You don't. You have to put refresh. Have you run this cell?
I have
This?
run that, yeah.
Yeah. So did it say this green tick mark?
It did show up again. I think I did with the very first time I did that, and then and now it's a bit messed up. I think I would say
Yeah.
so.
So here, if you click refresh, it should show you all the folders here.
Let me do that. I still only see sample data. I see within sample data I have the README
No,
and
not sample data. You're not inside this. You should be above this.
okay. Maybe think I start over. Maybe I guess.
Yeah, you can start
Start
over. I mean, you can just run this again. No matter how many times you run, it'll just overwrite this. That's it.
Let's do. Okay. Let me. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So everybody else, do you see any thumbs up, Dhanshri, that people have done this cell? Okay.
Not recently, but I'm keeping an eye.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So this is what it is. The way it is structured is once you upload all your journal information, your portfolio information, what is your, you know, fixed income risk schedule, portfolio holdings, and sample new fidelity, tax lot detail, and so on, and tax detail also. So potentially your tax return, etc. Obviously highly sensitive, so not at all advised that you upload it here. But there will be a way of uploading it once I've tried it out myself. So that's there. So potentially, if you give all that information and this chatbot, although this environment itself is um, is kind of, it's not communicating outside. So to that extent, it is safe, but there is a potential unless all the security features have been built into this. Okay. And then there is whole sample data of, California housing and, this test data, training data, and so on. So with all that, you have all the relevant data for agent to start querying. So what we are building is we have private documents. You convert them into something called RAG layer, where everything is made into a form which is called embeddings and chunking, etc., which is readable by AI. That is what you're doing. So think of it as a mixer, home grinder, where you put this, AI converts it into a form that, this program converts it to a form that AI recognizes and you can query. So after that, you all want to have certain tools, and these set tools will in future increase. So we are using these kind of search tools to search whatever we have created here for private documents. We have created external tool, get market trend, that gets the market trend by querying outside and brings it and tries to merge it with your data. So generate chart which beautifies and makes the representation good, and export Excel something. If you want to save it as Excel, it'll give you. So this is all built into this program. And the way it happens is there are three agents which are being created: portfolio analyst agent, tax advisor, and insurance specialist agent. All these do not talk to one another for the reason that you don't want to increase complexity, as well as if you're not sure of what will come out of after their interaction. So we have kept it very simple. In some cases, it may be required. For example, if you have a programming agent and then you have a testing agent, then you want both of them to be talking, so that testing agent can see what program agent is building and correct its mistake and so on, critique agent, etc. So those kind of strategies are followed when you build those kind of agents. But here it is very simple. It is isolated on purpose. An orchestrated agent is something that looks at whatever you query. It doesn't have access to the data that you have created here, but it has the ability to talk to all these agents separately. So if it sees that this query is portfolio related, it will give it to this agent. It will give it tax related, it will give it to tax. If it is insurance, it will give this, and it will decide which part of the query to give it to this, give it to different agents essentially. And you have a complex query in the end, which requires orchestrator agent to interact frequently with these agents. And then of course, you are here, you are chatting based on chatbot UI, which will create. Okay, so after that, let's move forward in the interest of time also. And then next we are going to install dependencies. Okay, so this is what creates the runtime environment, which will help agents run and so on. Okay, so if you run this, you will see very quickly whatever Google Colab has freely provided here. So this is the engine that is running, RAM and disk. So they provide, I think, yeah. So it is 12 GB RAM which they are giving. And that's really quite generous of Google. I'm not in Google, I'm not advocating, but to let people try these things for free, no other company does, not Microsoft, not AWS. So you have to pay right from the beginning if they use their cloud use. Yeah. So now next, so this is all, so we have verified, it says all dependencies installed successfully. These are all the programs that you need to run. So next I'm going to run this cell also, which is, yeah. Okay.
I'll just check with everyone. Everyone on the same page? Anyone left behind?
Okay.
Just thumbs up if you are all on the same page.
Yeah. So anyway, this is all just checking, what is the basic directory, what is the path, and so on, all that. So it says bundle.
It's sequential running, right? So we run the previous one, then go next one.
Yeah, yeah. But be with me. I'm not going to run all the cells today. Okay.
I'm right
So
to the import one, so that's still running.
yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm trying to resolve file not found error, and it's interesting. Gemini has a chat box to, so hopefully it has resolved it by now.
Hmm. Okay. You can call me later, Roop.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. So okay. So I'm in this cell, uh, fifth cell running. So bundle contents verified. It verified that everything exists, all the documents that are needed for demo, and so on. Okay. So this again tells you what I have just showed you. Typically Python programs and notebooks, they have this section just to let people know what is sitting where. So don't get confused. So always there is a clarity you'll see in all the Python packages actually, or for that matter, any GitHub package. Session default, it explains what is happening. Just give me a second, guys. I'm getting a call. Okay. Um, all right. So this is what it is, and then access control layer section. We are more chunking. We are going to run this. This is optional, refresh, rebuild after document changes. So since we have not changed document, but first time if you're running, this will ingest, files, and probably it'll take, if this is the first time, it is going to take a lot of time for you. I think it was already built, right, Piyush? So everybody should have,
Yes.
yeah, okay. So if you have not modified the document, this should run immediately. Otherwise, it does take 3 to 4 minutes. Okay. Now so this section demonstrates, I will run this just to make sure that it's able to query, but it's not necessary that you run it. So it only shows you that, it's able to see and agents are able to see the files and so on. Okay. Now this is a section which I will not advise that you upload your files yet, but potentially if you were to upload, you can really query your data. Okay. So now, this is live data demo. So this is a demo which shows the real market trend, for example. So this is the equity get market trend for this particular thing. If I were to change, let's say I'm just saving my file. And if I change this to Apple, AAPL, okay, and rerun this query instead of market data for FAIX, you will see, which is whose current price is 257, you will see Apple's price, which is about $290. 300, sorry. Yes, I have some shares. Good job. Yes. So you see now Apple. So essentially it is querying live data. That's all we wanted to show. So 30-day change is showing it as bullish and so on. Obviously, these things are quite powerful. You can, create your own finance market analysis and so on, all those things, right? So what are the bullish, what are the top 10 performers and so on, where should I invest given where I'm already invested, diversified portfolio, and so on, all those things you can do. Okay. uh, let's run this too, and yes, single query insurance specialist, what is insurance, what insurance policies do I have and what are their coverage limits. It is you just querying your own data. So enough of querying. Let's go to the domain experts that don't overlap. Obviously, there are a lot of inbuilt safeguards into this file itself. Okay. Agent hierarchy demo. I will not look at the demo because we have verified that it is all working properly. Okay. So this is again sandbox agent demo, which means you can query, you can change the query here itself, and potentially you can ask questions. Okay. So sandbox ready, this edit. Yeah. So if you want to run sandbox, it can run the query here itself, run the sandbox agent. What is the current state of inflation? So this particular section, you can query yourself, but we are going to do the same thing through chatbot UI. Okay. So for example, here we ask the question, what is the current state of inflation in the US, or who is the current president? That is not part of what this setup has been designed. So typically when you implement for enterprises, there are safeguards, which means people should not be asking general query for a particular specific agent. It is not your browser. It is not for fun. It is for some purpose. And therefore they kind of, disbar people from asking questions which are outside its scope. And this is one of the ways of demonstrating it. So it says, I am sorry, but I cannot provide you with the current state of inflation as there is no live data configured on this topic. In fact, it can also give the message that I am restrained in providing, even if it has access, it will not be. And let's say if it is a user access issue, it can also say that you do not have permission to access that data, even though it has the data stored within it. So you can configure in all those ways. Now,
I
this is,
see Balwant has a question.
yes, Balwant.
So
Yeah.
it might not be relevant question. This is my first session, so I apologize in advance.
Okay.
That where do we put that logic for boundary conditions for that previous agent?
So it was there in the, yes. Piyush, you want to just mention where did you build all that?
Yes. So it's going to be in Finance Agent.
Yeah. So that will be here. Okay. Yeah. So you can later on, is it agent.py, right? I think this is where you will
Mhm.
have. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So later on, feel free to upload them into VS Code and go through their structure. So within that finance agent, you will have agent.py and agents.py, right? So these are Python files you can see and go through their structure also.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right. All right, so I'm not, yeah. So here I'm going to just show the chart capability. So it has taken all your portfolio and tried to give you a chart, etc. All these capabilities are going to be enhanced in future version. So the big demo here, you can ask complex query. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just create the UI here. Okay. Now here, if you see launching the finance UI assistant, there are a couple of ways. One is the finance agent on local server itself. Okay. So we've created two options. You can go ahead and run this, but you don't need to. I think I'll try to run this 8.1 launching finance assistant chat UI on local server. So if I do that, a separate window is going to pop up, separate tab is going to pop up, which will serve this. Okay. Or maybe I'll need to click. Okay. So let's look at that. So this section marked 8.1 is what I'm running. Okay. So it has successfully concluded. So it has given you a local host option. So if I were to just press this is going to bring up a new tab here, which will run the UI for all these agents. Okay. So this is the point that I want you to see. So I'm going to click it and voila. We have Finance Assistant, Agentic AI, IIT Alumni, April 5. It is May 16th. It has not picked up the dates. Obviously, it is not polished enough, but this is functional enough, so to say. Okay. So now you can query the data that you have. You can put general queries, you can ask in human-like manner, and the beauty is it is going to query your own data potentially. Okay. So you can now visualize how powerful it is. Okay, so let's try some things. So I'm going to this is not scripted. I have not run these queries. Let me try. what can you do for me? Right? So you can start by saying this in any environment. What can you do? Although there are quick demo, these buttons exist, and these are give me complex questions, 90-day plan, and so on. So this says this is the orchestrator agent, which is trying to tell you what all is possible. I'm your chief financial orchestrator. I coordinate a team of specialist agents to provide a comprehensive analysis of your financial life by securely reviewing your personal documents. All this is coming through Gemini. Okay, so Gemini is reading all the RAG part. It is going to tell you that, okay, this is what it is doing. And then in general language, it is telling you what it can do. So it says, here is how I can help you. It is not saying how it is constructed inside, but is telling you portfolio analysis. It is not telling you in technical terms that there is a finance agent which is going to help you, which I am going to, orchestrator agent is going to access. It is going to say, I am going to help you through portfolio analysis, tax strategy, insurance and risk management, unified financial planning. So, although there are three agents, it has intelligently broken down into its capability into unified or financial planning also, right? Because it has the capability of not looking at individual agents, but also of unifying all of them. So this is and then it says I synthesize information across all three domains to answer complex questions. And in future, I'm going to have more agents and probably better relationship, etc., so that they can be even more powerful. And already this, if you were to upload all your documentation, they are already, I would say, comparable to good financial advisor that you get in the market. So you can really ask good questions and they will be able to answer. So it says, am I on track for retirement given my current tax bracket and portfolio growth? You can ask this kind of question. This is probably on everybody's mind if you are above 50 and so on, right? So let's copy this question, okay? And let's say, okay, so anyway, if I sell specific asset, what is my tax impact? Do I have enough umbrella insurance to protect my investment property? How would you like to start? You can ask specific question like, what is my current asset allocation? Am I underinsured? So you can do all that. Let me just paste this particular thing and see what it says. Am I on track for retirement given my current tax bracket and growth portfolio? Okay. So as you all know, AI can take time. So it is not like a browser where you just press enter and it immediately gives answer. And here you can see, what all activities have been done. So it has transfer to agent. It has then, transfer this, that agent. Yeah. So portfolio and list, this is what it is, the way it is communicating and how much time it has taken. Okay, so this is there. So it is giving you some snapshot of what it is trying to do in the background so far. This is called agent trace. Now this is actually a quite complex query. As a tax advisor, I can help you retrieve this. Can I assist you with tax related questions today? So why is it not suggested? What are my historical? Can you estimate? Yeah, let's try this. Yeah. Do you estimate tax liability? I need more information, income, salary, this, investment capital. So it is not there. So let me just look at portfolio. What is my current portfolio and asset classes? Okay. And then there is a complex query which was part of the UI, this particular thing, the big demo. Let's look at that. Yeah, Balwant.
Yeah, quick question, Kaushal. So the data input is right now is sample data, but
Yeah.
in the sort of next version, is there a way to input information also here?
Yeah, you can upload your documents and so
Can I
on.
put
So,
here? Okay.
yeah, that is what I showed you, right? All those files can be replaced by
No,
your own
but that
personal
is in the
file.
back end, but from the chat here, from chat bot.
No, we have not built into this
Okay.
version.
I see.
And I would not say that because that is the whole beauty of this having your personal agent is you can upload it here where it is designed to be, in the separate folders, separate type financial document, whether it is a general document or not. You upload it here, you upload insurance documents only here, and so on. So that will be helpful, right? So it
Gotcha.
is
Okay.
it
It's
is
super
not an
easy.
OpenAI product, right? Where you everything has to come from the chat. Here you have flexibility of doing it the way you organize in your Explorer, File Explorer. Okay. So here, if
Awesome.
you see what is my total portfolio value and how it is allocated, I found information on two separate accounts, and this is total value is 108,000. Stocks, this. Total value is 140,000, and so on. Asset allocation is this. In next version, you will have chart and graph, etc. Right now, it is in the Jupyter book, but charts will be available here also. Now, if I were to paste this complex query, which is really complicated, and I want you to be with me when I read it, check the current stock market trend. Based on that trend, if my current equities grow proportionately, what would be my estimated total portfolio value? With this new projected value, calculate my estimated capital gains and so on. This is this. If you were to try to do this in Chat GPT, you will have to go through a lot of hoops. First of all, it'll limit you to uploading only 10 documents at a time, right? And then they cannot be classified into separate folders neatly the way we did. And then again, you cannot chunk all of them and keep it somewhere where you can query different ways and so on. You'll have to have a separate project and then, query within that for the documents that you've uploaded and so on. And it can make mistakes because there is no boundaries set up in ChatGPT, right? So if you were to bring in other document, let's say for some other experimentation, it is going to read that also and probably give you a false answer. Let's say if you were to upload your brother's financial information also somewhere else in ChatGPT, it is likely to get confused and mixed up with that. But here, you will not make that mistake because you have clearly demarcated these are my files. That is where I want these agents to go, and this is where I have converted them into a RAG database and so on. So let's run this query. This is my last example. Okay. So this is a very complex step-by-step reasoning and, giving you the answer, which is quite, subjective as well as not subjective, sorry, it is objective, but the query is quite subjective. It is step-by-step building into and asking a question if my current umbrella policy limit is still sufficient based on your analysis of the portfolio. So it is doing all that. And this is all obviously in, language, natural language form. Yeah. See here, the current market trend is bullish and yeah. Okay. So right now it is malfunctioning here in the UI. I don't know why. Your capital gains, the need cost basis, projected original per. Once you provide the cost, I can estimate the capital gains tax using last year. However, it is important to note that actual appreciated equity, long-term gains, etc., is effective rate. Okay. So somehow in the chat, it is not giving you the right answer, which is giving here. Okay. So cross domain multi the big. So this is what in the end it will give. Okay. So
Try
model has the capability. So it says your current umbrella policy limit of this is still sufficient. So it has analyzed all the from tax advisor, it goes to individual advisor, and I think it is still trying to go to individual advisor and giving you the intermediate answer. Final answer, it will stitch all the answers together and will give you estimated total portfolio value is this, projected US growth is this, and estimated total projected value is this. So for 1 year, it is saying even after the increase in a portfolio, you are well covered as far as your current umbrella policy is concerned. So umbrella policy is $5 million, and obviously it's a insurance norm that umbrella policy should cover you more than your assets, so that if anybody sues you completely, you cannot go bankrupt. You're covered beyond that. Let's say if your projected net worth is, let's say, $2 million, $4 million, and your umbrella policy was only 2 million, then if somebody were to claim and courts were to award, let's say, 5 million, then they are going to look for umbrella policy. If you give umbrella policy gives 5 million, your assets will be safe. Let's say if your umbrella policy is 2 million, an umbrella policy will give you 2 million, but remaining 3 million out of court settlement will come out of your portfolio. So that is why you have umbrella policy. So in this case, it has correctly analyzed that you have 4 million here and your umbrella policy is this, so you're well covered. That is the purpose of, and it has given you all the answers here. So let's see if finance assistant has still, no, it has not. Yeah.
Can try creating like a new session and asking it. Try creating a new session on the
Okay.
top right.
Yeah. Yeah, here, sessions. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. New sessions. Okay. Obviously, it is still in development, but the idea is that, even complex queries like this can be done. And you have, I mean, this is all working inside the agent. Let's try one more time and then I'll conclude because I do have a hard stop, unfortunately. Okay.
Okay. Um, so if anybody has any additional questions, even after, trying this out by themselves, please feel free to, reach out to us over the email, at the same email thread
Yeah.
or something like that.
Okay.
We
And
will,
very quickly, before we conclude, I will try to give a glimpse of what we are building. What next session, that will be conducted on May 31st. We are building, redacting the document, which means if you upload any document, it'll remove any personally identifiable information from that document. And then there will be chart features inside, and then there will be other agents also which we are building to make it robust and secure for you to use your own documentation inside. So that's there, and we are building more capabilities. So you see here in new session, I think it has been able to just do capital gains. Okay. So somehow it is not picking up in the UI session, but it is working inside. So we'll figure that out, but the capability exists. Okay. All right,
There's a
folks.
question on the WhatsApp.
Any last questions before we conclude this session?
Dhanashree, do we have this AI forum working where we can use that as the WhatsApp group?
let me check, Priyank, before committing.
Yeah, we should check that.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
then,
That'll be helpful.
otherwise, if you
I,
guys want, we can create a WhatsApp group also.
this is my first session, so I'm glad to be in this journey. Thank you so much, Kaushal and team, for doing
Yeah,
this.
no problem. Yeah. All right.
Is it
Okay.
okay, Kaushal, if we create a SoCal
Yeah.
WhatsApp group? Okay, we can.
And
It's already there. IIT group already exists actually, if you see Agentic AI, etc. But yeah, we can create specific to this session and leading up to the next session. Yes.
if you can add me, that'll be wonderful. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, everyone. Have a wonderful day.
All
Thank you
right.
once again.
No last
Yeah.
questions. Then
I have like 100 questions, but you have a hard stop. So
yeah. So feel free to try it out on your own, and then probably your questions can be
yeah,
more
this is like
pointed.
as a product is wonderful. I have questions more about how you build it and all of that
Yes.
side.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
more on the builder side.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank
Bye.
you so much. Yeah. Bye.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you, Kaushal and Piyush, for
Yeah.
such a
Sure.
for putting a lot of hard work into creating this for us. So basically, the focus on the execution was the main focus of this session, and it worked out really well. And thank you everyone for who has joined this first office hours for this session and contributed in helping us out and making it more informative for everybody who is involved. Now, this is just session one, like Kaushal mentioned. We are excited to continue building on top of it. So, a quick reminder for the next upcoming sessions, we'll send out an email. So keep a watch out. But as Kaushal mentioned, we would be having session 2 on working with MCP servers. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
On May 31, and keep a watch out for that. So this session is recorded. We will upload the record on YouTube, and you should be able to see it when as and when you need. And thank you again for taking out time and joining us today. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Have a
Thank
great
you.
day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dhanashree. Thank you, Kaushal.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.